thank the organizers, Sri Suresh Babu R. He's the ROIC of Auto Hub at Bangalore, and Mr. Suras, who has been coordinating the session. So I thank them for the opportunity given. Now, the second thing I would like to inform you is that this thing was informed me a couple of days before. Okay, so what I did is I tried to keep the core part of the basic frame of the reinsurance, which will help you to understand the remaining things when you study the things. So most of you must have been already studied or must have been much better than me in this subject. So those who are really good at it, please try to help the entire group. And those who are not studied or not really good at it may try to understand these basic concepts, and it will help you as a basic framework when you study the reinsurance subject. There are a lot of good material available in the market. So without wasting much of your time, I will be starting the session. Before that, the thing is that I have an unfortunate schedule at 10 o'clock. So I'll try to finish it as early as possible, and the doubt session would like to keep it on the last. Is it good to go? Am I audible to everybody?
Yes, sir, you are audible. Please proceed.
Yes, great. Thank you. So, reinsurance. Okay. So, as usual, the any PPT will start with that basic question: what is reinsurance? Can someone say what is reinsurance?
Sir, insurance of insurance.
Hello.
Hello. Sir,
insurance of insurance. Fantastic.
Yes.
Yes, insurance of insurance. Any other opinion or any other definition? There are a lot of definitions, and we are, making it in the point of basic understanding only. It is not the technical definition. I am also not giving any technical definition, and whatever you say can be a normal definition. So one is insurance of insurance. Yes. Any other thing? Any other definition?
Transfer of risk.
Transfer of
Risk.
Transfer of risk. Okay. Yes. Great. Any other definition?
Spreading the risk into more wider form.
Yes. 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 So we will, all of you are right. So we will try to go to the actual definition. 1 second. Hello. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Good. So reinsurance is a mechanism available to insurer. Basically, insurer are the companies that do the insurance in the primary market to transfer the risk beyond its retention capacity. Sorry. Now, so as you have already told, it is a mechanism to transfer the risk beyond a retention capacity of an insurance company, be it New India in this case. So for simple understanding of the concept, I will use New India as the insurer, GIC as the reinsurer, so that the that jargon issues won't be there. So now insurer New India, okay, if they want to transfer any risk beyond their capacity, retention capacity, they can go for the reinsurance. It is clear. Now, how do we really define this retention capacity? Can somebody tell what is this retention capacity? Now, we understand that transferring of the risk beyond our retention capacity is actually by reinsurance. So, meant by retention capacity. Can somebody tell what is retention means? Retention capacity means? It is very simple. Yes, somebody is trying to say, please.
The capacity of an insurer to retain their risk without impacting their accounts.
Okay, without adversely impacting their account, definitely there will be an impact on their account the moment there is a claim. Yes, before, without adversely impacting their account, or rather without, going bankrupt. So, right now, how do we basically define it? Like how an actuary defines it? It is very simple, rather very complicated in nature. It depends on each company based on their capital, based on their underwriting principles, based on their risk-taking capacity or risk appetite, we call it, based on their claims management. All these factors will define, a retention capacity of insurance company, and that will be determined by their board. Then accordingly, they will design their reinsurance structure. So this is what the retention capacity means. In general, it will be roughly 5% of their capital. Some companies may go aggressive. Some companies may, limit it to less than 5%, but roughly it will be in that range, their retention capacity. So this is clear, right? So now tell me, what is reinsurance? We got it now. So why do we need the reinsurance? What are the uses or how the reinsurance mechanism will help the insurers? You have the slide also next to you. Can somebody tell how the reinsurance mechanism will really help the insurer? Point number one is that reinsurance helps the insurer to assume larger risks. Matter is very simple. Suppose, as a new India, if my risk retention capacity, let us say 100 crore. If I get a proposal of 200 crore, I will not be able to quote for this because, without the support of reinsurance, because my risk-taking capacity is only 100 crore. So if I have a proposal more than 100 crore, I have to stay away from in the absence of a reinsurance. So with the help of reinsurance mechanism, I can go and quote for bigger, or I can accept bigger sum insureds than my actual retention capacity. So reinsurance helps the insurer to assume larger risks. Simple. Second thing is that reinsurance protects the insurer from major or catastrophic losses. What will happen is, like in the case of STFI, floods, or earthquake, there can be losses can be very huge. So any insurance company, if they do not have the reinsurance backup or risk mitigation mechanism, they will become bankrupt or their accounts will be adversely affected. So reinsurance will safeguard their accounts from these major or catastrophic losses. And also, reinsurance will give the ability to, the insurer to try the untested or new risks. What does it exactly means? It is saying reinsurance will provide the ability to, one second. Reinsurance will give the ability to the insurer to try the Hello?
Screen sharing is not visible from Devadas, sir.
Okay. First 2 points, I hope it is very clear. One is it will help us to assume the larger risk. Second is it will protect us from the major or catastrophic losses. Third is that it will give us, us means we are talking as an insurance company. It will give us the ability to test our new risk. What is that exactly? It will give us the ability to try untested or new risks. Hello.
You are audible, sir. You are audible. The screen is also visible.
Simple.
Sir, you can proceed, sir. It is audible.
Hello.
You are audible, sir. Please proceed.
Yes. So untested or new risks means it is not just in the financial wise or risk-taking capacity wise. It is talking more about the expertise that the reinsurers will have. suppose if some of you must have been quite seniors in this organization, you might be knowing it. A decade back or a couple of years back, if you take crucial insurance like the aviation kind of insurance and all, not everybody is really doing it. Only a few companies like New India was doing it because they have the expertise. Others are comfortable with their risk taking capacity, but they were not able to really aggressive in this particular sector because they were not having the required technical skills. But with the reinsurance support, now almost everybody is trying to get into that crucial things also, where a lot of expertise is required, and they are getting from the reinsurance. So we get technical support from the reinsurers. So we get also the risk-taking capacity, the returns. Finance wise also. So this is the basic uses of reinsurance. There are many other small things. Basically, these are the things you will get under as option A, B, C. Under this, try to keep it point. Actually, under the questions in the examinations. So now, let me ask you one question. So, can't we do this with insurance? Do we really need insurance?
Not audible.
No. Hello.
Your voice is breaking.
Okay. Now, sir.
Yeah, now it's clear.
Okay, great. Now we understand what is reinsurance. We also understand the benefits of having a reinsurance. Now, can't we do this with the co-insurance? Do we really need only reinsurance? There is something called co-insurance, right? Hello?
Yes, sir, go ahead.
Yes. So can't we manage with the co-insurance? Why do we have to actually go to reinsurance? I would like to hear, some of your opinions. I say we can manage these things with the co-insurance. Is it so? If not, tell your difference of opinions. Fine. I will only explain you the basic difference between, the co-insurance. Yes. We can do most of these things with the help of co-insurance as well. But there are a lot of limitations when we really go with the co-insurance. Whereas the reinsurance, give us a wider scope and more flexibility. We'll try to see the limitations with the co-insurance and the benefits by going to reinsurance. The first thing is that co-insurance is a risk sharing mechanism, whereas reinsurance is risk transferring mechanism. What does it exactly means? When I say risk sharing mechanism, generally in the market, what we do is we as a leader get a proposal, and if we feel that it is risky to have entire thing on us, or the customer feels that it is risky to keep with New India alone, he may ask us to arrange for a co-insurance with some other companies of his choice as well. Now what will happen? In co-insurance, it will be a fixed percentage. We say, I will keep 51%, I'll give you 49% to other company. Or will insured only will ask us, keep only 51% with you and leave remaining 49% to National or Oriental or any other company for that matter. So in this thing, what is happening is I am able to only share my risk. I am not able to transfer my risk. My risk with the premium retained with me is still with me. It is not transferred to anybody else. Only the risk shared with other company for a limited percentage. So here basic difference is co-insurance is for risk sharing, whereas reinsurance is for risk transferring. Second thing is that generally the co-insurance will be decided by the customer, whereas the reinsurance is decided by the insurance company or by us, and customer will have no role in choosing our reinsurance mechanism. Third difference is that co-insurance is limited to Indian insurers only. Have you seen any co-insurance mechanism that we are sharing our premium with an abroad company? At least I have not seen. So it is limited to the Indian insurance companies only. Third point is that when it is limited to Indian insurance companies only, the expertise that we are going to get on board is also limited to Indian operations only. So technically, it is not supporting us much. So whatever the executives at New India knows, the executives at other company also knows the same thing. Not maybe more, not maybe less. So there is no point as far as technical advice is considered. The other point is that before I will go with the other point, other difference. Is that will there be any commission in the co-insurance? In generally, when we share the co-insurance with others, we only share the commission, acquisition cost also proportionately with them. We may take 1% as additional as the management expenses. That's it. We are not going to get anything more than that. So the co-insurance company will share their share of commission or acquisition cost plus maybe 1% extra for management expenses. Within that 1%, we have to manage everything, right from settling the claim to underwriting the policy, everything. Whereas in reinsurance, we are going to get a ceding commission called ceding commission. The premium that we share with the reinsurance company, we are going to get something back from them that is called ceding commission. So now I want you to answer, will this ceding commission can be more than the acquisition cost, or it shall be same as that, or it will be lesser than that?
More than that, sir.
More than that. Any other opinion? So madam says the commission that we are going to get on the ceding reinsurance premium or ceding commission, we call it, is more than our actual acquisition cost. So madam also indirectly saying that we may, there is a chance for us to make a little profit by sharing the reinsurance premium with them. Whereas in co-insurance, it is not going to happen. But yes, if you ask me whether it is always more than our acquisition cost, I would say no. It depends on the market conditions. It depends on the competition. It depends on the kind of proposal that we have in our hand. It depends on the kind of reinsurance mechanism we are having. It can be more, it can be less, but in certain cases, it can be more, like quota share and all. Generally, it will be more than our acquisition cost. So we may have some profit in this thing. This is how. Now I would like to, hear from you. When I say sharing the premium with the reinsurance, let us say I keep, let's say 20% of the premium as my line or my share or my retention. Remaining 80% or 4 lines, I am reinsuring. Okay. Let us say, when I say now, it means, let's say premium is 1 lakh. So now 20,000 I can keep with me and remaining 80,000 I have to share with them. So when I say my premium is 1 lakh, whether it is net of my acquisition cost or gross, I mean to say while you sharing the reinsurance premium, whether you deduct the acquisition cost or you share without deducting the acquisition cost. Can someone answer?
It can be in both ways, sir.
It can be both ways. So if you okay, for that, suppose if you deduct the your acquisition cost, let's say 10%. So now only the 90 lakh is there as the net of premium, net of commission. So now this 90 lakh you will be sharing. Okay. Then let's say on the that withholding of your 20% is on the remaining thing, you will be again being paid ceding commission. So is it not double? Because you have already withheld your acquisition cost with you, and also asking the reinsurer to pay a ceding commission on that. Is that so? Are you not making it a double acquisition cost or double commission?
Sir, there is a thing, it can be shared on net loss basis or gross lines.
Yeah, that is okay. That is something different again. We will discuss that part. Okay. Yes, predominantly, it will be, gross premium. That's what I told you. While you sharing with them, you will get, your ceding commission. If it is the ceding commission is more than your acquisition cost, you will make some profit. If you deduct your commission in the beginning, you will anyway make some profit. Whatever the ceding commission is always profit for you. Okay. Predominantly reinsurance companies will accept in that format in the first case, so that if your ceding commission is more than percentage is more than your acquisition cost, then only you are going to make the profit. Otherwise, as ma'am said, if some reinsurance agreement agreed that way, that can be so. So as of now, I hope why we need the reinsurance is clear. I also hope what is the difference between a co-insurance and the reinsurance is clear. Is it good to go to the next? Or if you
Yes,
have
sir.
any doubts up to this, we can take up. Fine. I consider it is good to go. So now, types of reinsurance. You can see on the screen, there are basically two types of reinsurance available with us now. One is facultative, second is treaty. Okay. These are the basic structure. And again, under the facultative, there are different types of, reinsurance mechanisms. Under the treaty, again, there are different types and subtypes are also there. So now what we do is, we having understand why we need the reinsurance and what is the difference between co-insurance and reinsurance. Now we also understand what are the types of reinsurance available, so that we can select the right reinsurance mechanism for our running the show. So now we will start with the facultative reinsurance. What is facultative reinsurance? I'm sure many of you already know it. Many of you are, understood it. You have studied it. I would like to, it's good if somebody interacts it. So you tell your opinion, what is facultative? Whatever the points you can tell about it.
It's optional, sir.
Hello? It's optional. Fantastic. Yes, it is optional.
It's on individual basis, sir.
It is on
Individual
individual basis. So first point I will explain. Optional means I would say it as non-obligatory. It is not binding on insurance company, because the question will be in such format like obligatory or non-obligatory. So I'm trying to put it in that way. Yes, it is not it is optional. Boleto, it is not obligatory or not binding on any party. When I say any party here, insurance company or the reinsurer. It is not binding on any of them. The second point, as madam said, it is in the proposal to each and every proposal, we have to go to the reinsurer and discuss with them, get the rate, and then only we can quote in the market. Predominantly, this is what a facultative reinsurance mechanisms means. It means it is, it has to be arranged for each and every proposal that you get. There is no common thing, or there is no single agreement. Now, the second point is that when the first point clearly says each and every proposal, you have to go to the reinsurer, it is very clear that reinsurer may reject it based on the merits, or you may also do not have to go to the reinsurer. You can do on yourself. So it is not binding on either of the parties in this mechanism. So facultative, this is what the facultative insurance in short. So the same thing I put up here, like, for your, these points are very important because as it is, the questions will be like this only. The same point I have taken from the question papers, some of the previous question papers. So I have not put from, any technical wording here. The options available in the question only, I took it as the points here. So in the facultative reinsurance arranged for each and every proposal before accepting the risk, not obligatory on insurer and reinsurer as well. Whether the screen is visible? Suraj, sir, can you confirm me?
Yes, sir, it is
Yes, sir.
visible.
Yes, great. So now we understand what is facultative reinsurance. Now we will see the advantages of facultative reinsurance. The advantage number one is that terms and conditions discussed before accepting the risk. So it is safe for the insurer as well, reinsurer also, because you know everything before you accepting the risk. Both the parties gone through the terms, understood the terms, accepted the risk. So it is 100% safe on both the accounts. Insurer will accept the risk as per the terms agreed by reinsurer only. So first, after receiving the proposal, the insurer has to go to the reinsurer and discuss the proposal with the reinsurer. And if reinsurer says there are certain points which I do not want to cover in the proposal, then insurer has to go back and tell the customer that accept these terms, I will accept everything else. So insurer will accept only such terms that are agreed by reinsurer. So this is one thing. So the third point is that we have already discussed not only just facultative in any reinsurance mechanism, the market expertise of the reinsurer will help the insurer in rating the risk correctly. But it is more relevant in facultative because each proposal you are taking to them and they will assess it correctly using their market expertise and will give you the correct rate. So it is very unlikely that you will end up in losses. So these are the certain advantages of facultative insurance. So now when there are a lot of advantages here, why do we really need, treaty kind of insurance or any other form of other than facultative reinsurance? I would like to hear from others. Facultative looks so good and all positive points are there.
Cost is
High
too high.
administrative work.
What, ma'am? Please, can you repeat?
Administrative
Cost
work
is too
is
high.
high.
Yeah, administrative, yes, cost and time is also more. Yes, what else?
Management expense will be very high.
Management expenses will go because each and every proposal we have to send a guy there. Yes, third one.
It is very slow
time
to
consuming.
slow process also.
Ma'am, it is very
Slow process.
exactly
Slow
time
process.
consuming, right? Nowadays, the customer, he doesn't even wait for everything has to be arranged in a tatkal basis. If you tell the customer that I'll go to reinsurer and come back to you, he will say go back, but don't come back to me. As simple as that. So it's very lot of time consuming. Okay. The third point is also that. Any other points can somebody add?
Sir, and what happens is in facultative, the choice is there. He might reject
Yeah, we get
this proposal also. But in theory, yes,
exactly, ma'am. So what will happen is that many a times you spend a lot of time in analyzing the proposal, collecting the proposal from the market, and go to reinsurance. And reinsurer, there is a very likely chance that they will reject it. So a lot of your time is management time and marketing force time is getting wasted. The last point is that, there might be several other disadvantages. The another important disadvantage is that every time you need to discuss the proposal with them, it means every time you need to send a technical person to reinsurer to explain this proposal. And at the reinsurer side also, they need to allocate one technical person to understand what you are trying to say. So this is going to be, very cost effective. So these are the basic disadvantages of facultative reinsurance. So now we know the advantages of facultative reinsurance. We also understood the disadvantages of the facultative reinsurance. Having understood this or having discussed it, why this is still relevant or why this is still in use? Can somebody say?
Technical
Special
guidance.
type of risk to be insured through FAC only. It cannot be automatic.
Okay. Can I say it's a declined risk in a treaty or exclusions in treaty can be, discussed one-to-one with the facultative and can be arranged as a facultative reinsurance. Can I put it that way? What are all the exclusions or declined risks under the treaty that you have done or the treaty in place? We will discuss what is a treaty before that. So
we can accept new and untested risk in this with the technical guidance.
Ma'am?
New and untested risk because of the technical guidance bit.
Exactly. So what will happen is that there are 3 reasons why the insurers will keep it with them or use this facultative reinsurance is that first one is that whatever is not covered in their treaty or whatever is exclusion that can be arranged through a facultative reinsurance, maybe at a higher premiums, no doubt. Second thing is that there might be certain, good premiums for them as per their history of underwriting. They feel that certain areas are very profitable for them and they don't want to give a fixed share, with the under treaty. So what they do is they may arrange it with them or they may reserve it also for the bigger risks where there is a lot of premium. And yes, as and when particularly the new players in the market, if they really need the technical advice in underwriting each and every proposal, they can utilize the facultative reinsurance. So still it is in use for these reasons. It is clear? So now if we understand the advantages of facultative reinsurance and disadvantages and also why it is still relevant, now we will go the types of facultative reinsurance. There are, 2 types of facultative reinsurance that we will try to discuss. One is that proportional reinsurance and second is that excess of loss reinsurance. Can somebody say the other name for this excess of loss reinsurance? Because the questions will be like this only. Fantastic. Fantastic, ma'am. It is non-proportional reinsurance. Basically, proportional reinsurance and non-proportional reinsurance. For that, we also called excess of loss reinsurance. So now we will discuss what is proportional reinsurance. Then we will go to excess of loss reinsurance or non-proportional. The same terminology you are going to get in the treaty as well. But so the name you have to read in such a way that facultative proportional reinsurance and facultative excess of loss reinsurance. The terminology is very confusing and almost look similar. So, while repeatedly when you study it, you will make the difference. I hope as of now, it is clear to everybody. We'll go to the next. So now we will see what is facultative proportional or proportional facultative reinsurance. Losses will be shared by the reinsurer in the same proportion to the premium shared by the insurer in the beginning. So when I say it is proportional, I will go with a particular proposal to, as an insurer, I will go with a particular proposal to reinsurer and I will say, I will give you 40% of the premium and tomorrow, if there is a claim, you take 40% of the share in the claim as well. It is as simple as that. Now, the proportion is typically in the form of percentage or a line of reinsurance. So I said, like, if whatever I'm returning, if I say 20% I will return with me, remaining for 80% I will give it to you. Then premium also have to share in the same pattern. If I receive 1 lakh premium, 20,000 I have to keep with me as an insurer, and remaining 80% I have to give it to the reinsurers. It can be one or multiple. Okay, when I say multiple, there is some word called line. Line is the percentage or the amount of my retention. Here in this case, I as an insurer, my retention is, I said 20%. So that line is the 20%. Now the remaining 80% I have to give out to others, or reinsurer, one reinsurer or multiple reinsurers. So now it means 80% means there are 4 lines. These 4 lines I can give it to one single reinsurer, total 80%, or I can place with one line with each, or two line, whatever the mechanism I would like to have. So proportional facultative reinsurance is clear, I hope. We'll go to the next thing. Excess of loss facultative reinsurance or non-proportional facultative reinsurance. If you could see on the proportional is clear, right? Can somebody tell proportional is clear?
Yes, sir.
Great, ma'am. So now in this non-proportional, the first point you could see, it's a loss occurrence based reinsurance. What does it mean? A loss occurrence based reinsurance. So if excess of loss are non-proportional is a loss occurrence based, then what is proportional? What based it is?
Premium based, sir, I think.
Premium based. Okay. You are almost there, sir.
Sum
But
insured, sir.
Proportion based. Proportion based.
Risk
based.
Exactly. Somebody said risk based. See, all are right. I mean, the wording is same, but I want to tell you the right wording, because in examination it comes in the same manner.
Sum insured,
So,
sir.
risk attached based, ma'am. Loss occurrence based and risk attached based. So somebody told the risk based. Yes, it is actually risk attached base and loss occurrence base. So now we will try to explain, in a simplest form, what is risk attached base and what is loss occurrence based. So I already told you risk proportional is a risk attached base, whereas non-proportional is a loss occurrence base. Now when I say risk attached base, the definition will be like, in the proportional reinsurance, we will be sharing the premium in a fixed proportion, right? So the risk will be attached the moment it is underwritten. It is clear? The risk will be on the reinsurer the moment it is underwritten with a percentage of reinsurance, or the moment the premium is ceded in the agreed fixed percentage. It means if the claim has to, or the loss has to occur during the treaty is active. Is it so, or the other way around? Simple. I told you there are 2 mechanisms. One is risk attached base. When I say risk attached base, the risk is on the insurer the moment it is, on the reinsurer the moment it is underwritten and the premium has, ceded premium has been received by the reinsurer. It means at the time of the claim, even if the reinsurance agreement is not in place, even if the reinsurance agreement is expired, still the reinsurer has to honor the claim, because the risk got attached the moment the policy has been accepted or underwritten in the beginning of the policy itself. So risk attached is clear, or if you have any doubts, please let me know.
Sir, I think risk attached should be the claim should happen within the treaty period.
That's what I'm saying, ma'am. No, ma'am. No. Risk attached will be, the moment is risk attached. Once the risk is attached to you, doesn't matter whether, because you have received the premium already. And doesn't matter whether you have your treaty is in place or not, because you have accepted the premium. Premium has been said in a fixed percentage. So you will have to do that thing. And the loss occurrence based is that, though, irrespective of the premium shared time, it is generally go with the loss occurrence time. So at the time of loss occurrence, if you have a excess of loss reinsurance in place, then it can be honored. Okay. To better understand it, after treaty, we will have a better understanding on it. As of now, you remember it that way. In risk attached base, Risk attached mechanism is basically with the proportional insurance. It's treaty, it can be facultative. Generally, it is more relevant to treaty. And excess of loss, the loss occurrence based is relevant to the excess of loss mechanisms. Okay. So these two things you keep remember as of now like this, you will better understand. Yes, ma'am, please.
So what would be the proportional basis of reinsurance in facultative part, sir? What role does that play as against the treaty proportional?
Yeah, ma'am. You see, in the whether it is treaty or facultative, if it's treaty, you will be agreeing for a single line of thing for the complete year or complete even for more than 1 year in the beginning itself. Where if it is a facultative, 1-to-1 you have to discuss. In facultative, what you do is, if it is a proportional, you will say, I will keep this much percentage with me, the remaining percentage I'll give you. Whereas non-proportional, the premium sharing is not on proportional basis. Simple. Once the treaty is over, you will understand it's better, ma'am. Okay. So now, excess of loss facultative reinsurance, it is loss occurrence based reinsurance, no proportional basis sharing of premium and claims. The first previous mechanism, premium is also shared in the same ratio, claims also shared in the same mechanism. Suppose 2080 means 2080 in the time of claims also. Here it is not like that. Then how it will be done? What they do is that I as an insurer keep my excess. Let us say my excess is 80%. So if I will say that I will take a proposal to the reinsurer and will say up to 80% losses, I will keep it on me, or it is my excess. Anything above that, you will have to come in my support. Tell me what premium you want for it. I am not going to share you 80-20 ratio. So then they will say, okay, you give me 10% of the premium or 16% of the premium for this thing. I will take care of any losses on and above your excess. This is what excess of loss facultative reinsurance. Now, in this case, if you understand, understand the premium, we are not sharing in the same ratio. I said up to 80%. I will keep as my excess or my retention. Anything above 80%, you have to come in my support, but I am not sharing you the 20% premium. The premium will be agreed there. Generally it will be lesser than that. Otherwise, there is no meaning. They can go for the proportional itself. Maybe 16%, maybe 13%. In that case, they are able to save the remaining 7% or 6%, whatever possible in the excess of loss facultative reinsurance. So after understanding this, can we come to a conclusion that in excess of loss mechanism, insurer will have more premium with him and reinsurer is slightly cheaper? Can we come to this conclusion?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Well explained, sir.
Great. Thank you very much.
Sir, suppose if
yes.
the loss is 90%,
Yes.
then the reinsurer will pay the whole loss or the 10% above excess?
No, sir. No, sir. 80, first 80 I have to do on me. The remaining, they will. Oh, I know, I understand. You're talking about excess or deductible, that terminology. Okay.
Yes.
But no, it is not that. So the first 80% I will have to manage on me, because 80% or more than 80% premium I kept with me. Why he will take by mere 13% or 9% premium that we agreed, not proportionately also? Why he will take the entire thing? On and above, at that last point, if you see, sir, losses on and above the retention limit of the insurer will be taken by the reinsurer, and the premiums also decided accordingly. It is not a fixed ratio. It is proposal to proposal, they will say. Because when you say above 80%, the chances of getting loss above 80% is slightly lesser than above 50% and all. So the reinsurer also will agree, okay, then when the loss cross 80, then only risk is on me. So we will see that time. So we can accept for a lesser ceding premium. Similar, it is more like, if you can see the mediclaim jargon, if you understand, the basic mediclaim policy is always costly. And whereas the top-up mediclaim premium is always less, because there is a threshold value. The top-up will come into picture, or claims will come onto the top-up only the claims cross the threshold. It can be 5 lakh or it can be 3 lakh. In our case, it is 5 lakh and 8 lakh are the
Got it,
threshold
sir. Got
in
it.
India.
Thank you.
So that is why it is cheaper. Similarly, this is also cheaper when you compare to proportional. So this is the facultative reinsurance mechanism. Okay, briefly. I hope it is. I try to keep it simple without going for complicated wordings. Now,
Yes,
if
sir.
it is clear,
It is clear.
thank you, sir. We will go to the next now without wasting time. So now, as we have already discussed the drop, now we have come to the end of facultative reinsurance. So we have seen the advantages, the disadvantages we have already discussed. But once again, because these things are coming as a option A, B, C in the exam, so I just put up it for your immediate understanding. One is that administrative burden of cost and time and insurer and reinsurer for both time and cost wastage, and need specific technical expertise every time a proposal is discussed, because you and me can't go and discuss this thing unless we know it. Otherwise, we will end up in a wrong agreement. And both insurer and reinsurance needs a lot of expertise to evaluate the potential loss from the each and every proposal. These are the drawbacks. So now, okay, we understand there are drawbacks. Now to address these drawbacks, we will have to go to, or we will have to invent a different reinsurance mechanism. That is, what is that? Treaty reinsurance. So basically, this treaty reinsurance is to address the gaps or address the difficulties in the facultative reinsurance. This has been invented. So now, can I say the oldest with this? Can I say the oldest form of reinsurance is facultative? It is all began with the facultative one-to-one proposal. Then slowly, all the drawbacks of the facultative were pointed out. Then they tried to invent something called treaty reinsurance. So now, if in the exams also it is coming, the oldest form of reinsurance, if they ask you, you say it is a facultative reinsurance mechanism. Now we will discuss what is treaty reinsurance. All the points are there right now. You can also see, I will also read out each point and I will try to simplify it. This is a reinsurance mechanism based on a predefined agreement between insurer and reinsurer. It means each and every proposal you really don't have to go like the way you were doing in facultative. So there is a predefined agreement that will take care of all your proposals during the treaty. Second point, the terms and conditions are agreed between both the parties for a fixed period of time. This fixed period of time can be 1 year or can be more. Generally, these are long term, and these are specific to a class of business. It means when I say specific to a class of business, there can be a separate treaty agreement for fire LOB. There can be a separate treaty agreement for liability insurance and for engineering. So it can be separate for separate line of business, or it can be one for all. It is up to the company and their plan and their mechanism. So generally, these are long terms and agreed for a fixed tenure and generally specific to a line of or class of business. Now, risks within the treaty are automatically reinsured. You do not have to tell the reinsurer that, boss, I have accepted a proposal today, please cover it. You don't have to do that. You can do as per your left, right, center. You can underwrite the policies. There is a backup for you if you have a treaty in place. Only thing you have to do is, while underwriting, you have to ensure that you are not crossing the treaty guidelines. You are not violating the treaty exclusions. That is the only thing you have to take care. So it is risk within the treaty are automatically reinsured, means that no need to discuss each and every proposal the way we are doing in the facultative reinsurance. Clear? Now the next point is that treaty insurance is an obligatory form of reinsurance. When I say obligatory form of reinsurance, some of you said in the beginning, facultative is not binding on anybody. Each and every proposal we have to discuss. If both parties agreed, it will be an agreement. Otherwise, no. But in this case, having signed the agreement in the beginning, and generally for a long term or a fixed tenure, You have neither insurer, as an insurer, you cannot say this proposal is safe and good. I will not share with the reinsurer. And the reinsurer also cannot say to you, this proposal is what you have accepted is very risky. I don't want a share in that. None of us having any, say in that. Once treaty is signed, as an insurer, I have to give away my premium or cede out my premium in the agreed form. As a reinsurer, you have to cover the risk. So it is obligatory form of reinsurance. Insurer must cede the premiums and reinsurers must accept risk as per the agreed terms in the treaty. If you just one more point also I would like to highlight, just because treaty is there, it doesn't mean that whatever you bring left, right, center, underwrite at our office will be taken care by the treaty. No, there are certain terms and conditions defined. There are certain exclusions defined. There are certain declined risks defined. All of them has to be taken care while underwriting. Can somebody tell declined risk difference between?
Exclusion cannot be taken at all, sir. Decline risk, I think some with some more conditions can be accepted, sir.
Can't agree more than that, sir. You're fantastic. That is, I mean, it is exactly the same. Means if it is an exclusion in a treaty, no question, no further discussions. It is matter ends. You can't take that on this reinsurance. If it's a declined risk, you can write to, we can write to our head office. Head office may discuss with them, or they have a separate mechanism. They may accept with the prior approval within the treaty. So it is like, when it's a declined, you have two options. One is you try to convince under the treaty, or another is you take the declined proposal and go for a facultative arrangement, 1-to-1. That particular declined risk alone, you go and arrange for a facultative reinsurance. So I hope treaty insurance is clear. If you have any doubt, please let me know. These are all 5 points, at least 4 points. Because in the examination, A, B, C, D, this is the thing I have taken from a previous paper. No technical thing I put. I take it is clear. So I'm going to the next. Okay.
So can you please explain the difference between
Sir, can we take it like this? So when we talk about decline risk, so under facultative reinsurance, we can cover, it is an advantage, we can cover decline risks.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Yes, ma'am. If it's a declined risk in treaty, it means the treaty reinsurer, while agreeing the terms, they'll say, okay, you write left, right, center, we will accept, but ensure that these things at any cost we will not accept. And they are the standard exclusions. That excluded risk also, you can go for facultative, because facultative, anything can be done because it is 1-to-1. Each proposal you are discussing. So based on merits, premium also they will decide. Here, in the treaty, they will not accept because premium, they agree for a fixed amount. Good proposal also same premium, bad proposal also same premium. So they will not take these risky things on treaty. So we have to go for a facultative and arrange that. What is excluded in treaty can be arranged in a facultative. That's why all declined risk with HO will say, you don't accept, write to me. Then what they do, they will keep us to wait for 1 day or 2 days. Meanwhile, they will arrange a facultative insurance for us. Then they will give us the approval. Otherwise, if they don't get a facultative rate, they'll not give us. This is as simple as that. You must have written, send one declined proposal to head office. You had to wait for maybe 1 day or 2 days or more than that. The risk is this. So we'll go to the next. Now, factors considered for reviewing of treaty. When I say reviewing of treaty, it can be renewal or it can be the first time when you are entering into a treaty. What are all the factors that will be considered by the reinsurer? Because ultimately, reinsurer has to agree for many things. Insurer has to agree for only premium sharing. His worry is all about the premium sharing. But whereas reinsurer, he has to look a lot of things. So now, please read each and every point I am also reading, because these are the A, B, C points that I have taken from previous questions. I am not going by any book or anything. Only previous examination question papers, I have taken each question and put it as a slide and tried to cover the concepts also. So that in the exam, as it is, jargon will come and at least 10 questions if it helps, I will be happy. So factors considered for reviewing of treaty. This is the question as it is. Now underwriting practice of insurance. So the reinsurer will see what is your underwriting practice. If your underwriting practice is really good, then you have a very high chance of getting a good treaty. Your claims management and past claim history of the insurer. They will also see whether you are really good at your claims management and what is your past claims history, ICR for the last 10 years or 15 years, whatever, and the rejection ratio, everything they will see. And also they'll see the ceding insurer future plans. And also, they will see the direction about the treaty. What will happen is, first, I as a reinsurer, you are convinced with my underwriting practice. As a New India, my underwriting practice is good. You are happy. And second thing, as a New India, my claims management is also really good. You are happy. But the third one also, you are very, very important. You will see my future plans. As of now, you are good. But what about your future plans? That also the direction, vision, they'll see. And also they see the direction about the treaty. It means how long you are going to continue with me. If the reinsurer knows that I am not going to be them with for more than 1 year or 2 years, they may not give a very good terms. They will say that it's a passing cloud. If they understand that we are having a plan to place them the ceding premium for a long period, they may give a very good terms with us. So these are the certain important. There are many other factors, but in examination questions, these are the factors that are being asked. So these are the factors that they consider while reviewing of the treaty. It is clear, sir, or anything you need me to explain in this? Even if you don't understand, please remember it, because we are not going to do any reinsurance directly in the office, just for the examination sake. So we'll go to the next. Now we understand what is treaty insurance. We also understand how the treaty is being done. Okay. So we will try to see now the types of treaty reinsurance. Okay. Can somebody tell me what are the types of facultative reinsurance? Just to revise it and continue the link.
Proportional and non-proportional.
Proportional and excess of loss.
Yes, proportional and excess of loss and non-proportional. So both the names you remember, sir, excess of loss or non-proportional, because we don't know how they are going to ask in the exam. So now in that only there are two. It is easy. When it comes to treaty, basically two, but there are subtypes. Here, the confusion comes into picture. The more we go further, the more confusion will be there. So under proportional treaty, there are again two types: quota share and surplus. Quota share treaty reinsurance and surplus treaty reinsurance. While studying also, read with the full name only so that you won't get confused. Under proportional, quota share proportional treaty reinsurance. This is what the full name. Quota share proportional surplus reinsurance. This is what the full name. And again, there is excess of loss. Under that, again, there are three different names. These names also you have to remember. Why I am stressing other names. There is no concept here, but the name as it is coming there. So which of the following is, a treaty reinsurance or, a mechanism of treaty reinsurance? In that, they may, include one of this thing in the facultative or the facultative thing here. So this the names also you have to remember. So basically proportionate and non-proportionate are excess of loss. This is the basic structure. Doesn't matter facultative or treaty. And these are the sub things. So once we go through these subheadings, we will slowly understand. When we understand the concept, you remember the name. So we'll go to the next. Before we go to the next, we will see few important points about the proportional treaty reinsurance. In this, both the insurer and reinsurers share the, I told you, proportional. There are two types. Before we go to the subtypes, we will just see the outline of proportional. And we have already seen it in the facultative. It is more or less same. So proportional treaty reinsurance. Both the insurer and reinsurer share the premium and claims in the same proportion as per the treaty agreed. So the name proportion itself says premium and claims are proportional. And this ratio is agreed in the beginning of the treaty. Simple. Whereas in facultative, this is agreed in the each and every time. That is the only basic difference. This type of reinsurance mechanisms will help the insurer and reinsurer to manage their financials well in long run, because there is a treaty in place. As an insurer, what I will see, even if I accepted a wrong risk, as long as my treaty is covering, my accounts are not going to be adversely affected. So in the law, I can survive in the market for a long run because I have a treaty backup. Even if this goes wrong, to an extent, it is fine. And for the reinsurer, how he look at it is that constant receiving of the premium from the ceding premium from the insurers. So since it is agreed in the beginning, insurer do not have a option to not to share. So each and every good proposal, bad proposal, he has to keep on cede away the premium to reinsurer in the agreed proportion. So reinsurer in the long term, a continuous cash flow will be there. So reinsurer will look at that way, that I am going to get premiums continuously, and in long run it will help me with the cash flow. And as an insurer, I will look at it that I have a backup readily available. Even if I go wrong with my risk assessment, I don't have to worry about my books of accounts. So point number 2 says that. Point number 3 says that helps the insurer to get some additional money. As I have already discussed you this, I as an India, get the proposal, and I am sharing the premium with the reinsurer. I have agreed, let's say that my acquisition cost, average acquisition cost for fire, let's say 15%. But I have agreed, or the both parties agreed in the treaty that they are going to pay me 17% on my ceded premium. So there is a 2% extra premium that I am getting, okay, which is a profit for me. But that is not the main purpose of the reinsurance. That's just an add-on. I mean, as a bonus, you can call it. And the wording also, you see, sometimes the ceding commission may exceed the acquisition cost. Not all times. It depends on the, if you have a favorable reinsurance market and if your claims history is good, if you are really on the negotiating side, then only you really can get it. If you are a new player in the market and getting a treaty itself is a great deal for you, you really not going to get, a better ceding commission percentage. So are these points are clear? Proportional treaty reinsurance is clear, or you want me to explain any of the points?
Clear, sir.
Great. So we will go to the next thing. I told you in the proportional, what
Sir,
are the
this
two?
acquisition commission, just
Ma'am,
once
yes.
again, sir, the point.
Ma'am, what will happen, ma'am? Suppose I am signing a treaty, let us say with the Munichiri for the fire and engineering department, LOB. Okay. I am signing a proportional treaty reinsurance with the Munichiri for a fire and engineering department. So now what will happen? They have agreed that, or both parties agreed that whatever the premium you share under this treaty, if you share 10% of the premium, I will pay 17% of ceding commission on that. So now what will happen? Suppose to procure that acquisition cost means to get the premium from the market. As a new India, for me, it costed me 15% of the premium. Whereas reinsurance treaty signed giving me 17% commission. Then I am making a 2% extra on that ceded premium. I have actually paid 15% to my marketing agents, whereas I am getting 2% extra. The reinsurer will do it because he doesn't have to do any administration cost or anything. Somebody else is procuring on his name and he's safely getting it. So for that sake, what he do is he gives something extra than acquisition cost. Clear, ma'am? Generally, fire
Clear,
commission, it's 15%. So if your treaty, if you can get a treaty with with a 17% ceded commission, when I say ceded commission, the commission on the premium that you give away to reinsurer. If you can get a better percentage than your commission percentage that you paid to your agent, there you are going to make some profit. It helps the insurer to get some additional money. I don't say
Thank you,
profit,
sir.
it's an additional money. Okay. And it will not happen always, ma'am. Okay, so that is the thing, right, ma'am? So we'll go to the next. Now, what are the types of proportional treaty? I have already showed you. You have to tell me now. What are
Quota
the
share, and surplus.
Quota share and surplus? Fantastic, ma'am. Yes. As of now, only that much. Okay, I'm going back to the slide. Proportional, quota share, and surplus. Okay, since we are in the proportional alone, let us be here only. So, next we will go to the other thing. So now we have seen the rough idea of proportional. So now we will explain the subtype, quota share. What is quota share? We will explain now. See, the slide is very clear. Quota share, proportional treaty, reinsurance. Trust me, all these 4 points I have taken from a question from a previous paper and just put it at, and we'll try to explain so that the concept is also over and the same jargon you are going to get in the question paper. So it will immediately strike you. That's the, the idea behind putting in such way. So in the quota share proportional treaty, every risk is shared in the same proportion as agreed. If I say 20% I will keep with me, 80% I'll give you. So whatever premium I get, whatever proposal I get under a particular LOB, I will fix a particular quota. So this much I'll keep with me, remaining I'll give you, good or bad. I don't change it. You cannot change it when it is a quota share. This mechanism gives a steady flow of premiums to reinsurer as they get some fixed share in every risk. As I told in the first point, we are under quota share. We are agreeing that every good risk, bad risk, we are going to give you this fixed share. So reinsurer are very happy, and in fact, it is their favorite product because they get a continuous flow of premiums. In the quota share mechanism, fixed premium, they are going to get. Insurer cannot say no. In this mechanism, the ceding insurer get the maximum commission from the reinsurer. Why? I told you already that in the continuous flow, in this mechanism, the ceding insurer get the maximum commission. It means ceding insurer means here New India is the ceding insurer. Let us say GIC is the reinsurer. We will get the maximum commission under this treaty because I already told you this kind of treaties are favorite for reinsurers because they are going to get a continuous flow of premiums. So they are happy to give slightly more commission than other form mechanisms. So they say, okay, when we are getting a long term and for a long continuous premium, it is okay to give us some additional premium to the insurance company or ceding company. So that is the reason. Generally, the insurers use this mechanism for a specified cases, specialized cases only, and that too for a short term, as giving out a constant share of premiums to reinsurer for a long term is not a good deal for insurers. It means this is a favorite product for reinsurance companies, but not favorite product for favorite mechanism or preferred mechanism for insurance companies. Because why? Even for a good proposal, you have to give out a fixed percentage unnecessarily. You are damn sure that this can be managed by on your own. This is 200% safe proposal, but still you have no say. You have to give out if you sign this quota share. That is why what insurance companies prefers is that they will do only for a specialized cases or specialized LOBs where they do not have expertise only. And also they will not keep it for a long time. They will try to keep this agreement for 1 year or something like that. They will not keep it for 5 years, 7 years. Generally the reinsurance agreements are long-term treaty agreement, but this particular mechanism, insurance companies will try to keep it short. Reinsurance companies will negotiate for a long term. Okay. So whether this page is clear or any point you want me to re-explain, because the question always comes.
Clear, sir.
Oh, great, great. So we will go to the next. So quota share proportional treaty, you understood. Don't worry. After this session, we will try to make some. See, when you see one mechanism alone at a time on the screen, it looks like we understood everything. Of course, you understand, and very easy. But when you go back and see, it is confusing. So when you try to answer questions randomly, we will get to know more. So in the last, we will try to answer certain questions also. So quota share proportional treaty is done, and there are some more points also. So now, having said this, can we say that quota share is preferable only for the new players in the market? Because that is most preferred by the reinsurance company, and new players, they are not in a demanding side. Then what they do, the reinsurers will convince them only for this kind of thing. And the new players also will go with this mechanism only because they have a very low capital and less retention capacity, less risk taking capacity, and less technical expertise. So what they do is whenever a new player comes into the market, they will only get the quota share proportional from the reinsurers, and also that is the best suitable form for them as well. So because the reasons are this, they are new to the market, capital will be slightly less, they cannot retain more, less risk taking capacity, and they don't have expertise. All these three things they will get from the reinsurers. So they will prefer quota share only. Rather, they don't have a choice. Reinsurers will force them for quota share only because that is profitable for reinsurers. It's as simple as this. Then what they will do once these players become sufficient market expertise, they get it. When their capital increase, they get a sizable quantum of business in the market. They slowly get rid of this quota share and go to other form of treaty, that is surplus. Whether this point is clear, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yes, it is preferred by new players and it is always preferred by the reinsurers. The reasons are this. So now we will go to the next mechanism. Again, in the quota share, there are two concepts. See this, when the more we go into the subdivisions, the more things will be, but I will do a bit simpler, sir, and you please ask me if you don't get anything.
Your voice is breaking.
Not audible, sir.
Sir, not audible. Voice is breaking continuously.
In quota share proportional reinsurance treaty, please also have a look at because I try to put in simple form definitions. So it will add to my voice. In quota share, we have two mechanisms. One is fixed quota share, another is variable share. What is quota share? Can somebody explain?
Sir, not audible, sir, again.
Okay. No, ma'am.
Yes, sir. It's okay.
Okay. So what is quota share? Can somebody explain me? I have already explained, right? Previous slide. In quota share, what we will do?
Fixed share will be, if fixed shares are fixed in same proportion. Each risk.
Yeah, so yeah, for each and every risk, a fixed quota of share we will be giving. Okay. And it means, can I also put it that way? A fixed quota of share we are retaining with us. Suppose if I signed a quota share with the reinsurers like that, any proposal that comes to me, I will keep 20% with me and give out 80%. Okay. Can I say it that way? Hello?
Yes,
sir.
Yeah. So now the problem with the fixed quota share is that, I mean, why do you need a variable quota share when there is something called fixed quota share? The problem is that, suppose, let us say as a New India, my retention capacity is 100 crore for a particular LOB. Let us say fire and engineering. My retention capacity is 100 crore. Okay. Now I have a quota share quota share reinsurance treaty in which I told that I will keep 20% of share with me, remaining 80% of quota I will give out. Now in this case, suppose if I have received 100 crore sum insured, what will be our retention?
$20 lakhs.
20 lakhs.
20 lakhs.
20 crores.
100 crores. So 20 crores. 20 crores.
20
Yes.
crores. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes. 20 crores is my retention. What is my retention capacity overall? 100 crores. I told in the beginning, 100 crores is my retention capacity. So I have signed an agreement saying that each and every proposal I get, I keep 20% with me. Remaining 80 quota, I will give out. Now, if I received a proposal of sum insured of 100 crore, no problem. I am able to keep 20%, means 20 crore. It is well within my retention capacity of 100 crores. I can take up to 100 crores, so no problem. Now, I have received a proposal of 1,000 crores sum insured. It is not big in fire and engineering, right? Now, what will be my retention amount?
100 crores.
How many?
200 crores.
100, ma'am? 200 crores.
20.
Right.
Yeah.
200
Yeah, it
crores.
is
Do you
exceeding
really
my retention. It is
Exactly.
exceeding my retention capacity.
Exactly. You do not have 200 crores capacity with you. You have only 100 crore capacity with you. Okay. So now, what is the problem with this fixed quota share? You understood. Anybody have any doubt? What will happen is, now when you get a bigger proposal, okay, you are not able to really accept that because it is exceeding your retention capacity. You have already signed a fixed percentage. You cannot change it. And now the 20, you have signed that 20% of premium you will be keeping with you. Your retention quota is 20%. So if you receive 1,000 crores thing, you are gone. You have to retain 200 crore with you. But whereas your retention capacity is only 100 crore. So you are not able to accept a proposal of 1,000 crores. That is the limitation here. You are damn sure that that's very profitable, but you are not able to do. If you do it, what will happen? When there is a claim comes, you are bankrupt. You have 100 crores. You have to settle 200 crores claim, which is not possible at all. Sir, this fixed quota share is clear. The problem with the fixed quota share is clear. If somebody is not clear, please let me know.
Yes.
Yes, okay. Yes, great. So now we will go to the variable quota share. In this thing, now what I will define, I will ensure that at any given point of time, that so now
Sir,
what I
audio
will
is
do.
not clear.
Hello? Hello?
It's clear, sir.
Clear, sir. Now it's clear, sir. You can proceed.
Clear, right? I think some network issue. Wait, I will try to change the earphones.
Sir, you proceed, sir. It's clear, sir.
Clear only, no? Okay. So now this variable, what I will do is, first, now I know that when I convert my share into amount, it shouldn't exceed my retention capacity of 100 crores. 100 is an example I'm taking. So now I will define in such a way that under variable quota share, now I know that fixed quota share is going to be risky for me. Okay, because I may end up, or I will not be able to accept a bigger proposals, or if I accept it, I will end up in paying more than my retention capacity. So this variable, what I will do, I will tell the reinsurance company that it is also again fixed, but it is fixed depends on the sum insured slabs. I will tell them if I receive up to 500 crore, I will keep 1 crore to 500 crore sum insured. I will keep 20% with me. What will happen 20% of 500?
100 crores. Sorry.
100 crores. It is 100 crores, correct, sir. 500 crores. So 20% of 500 crores is 100 crores. It is well within my acceptance limit. Okay. I will say 500 crore to 1,000 crore, I will keep only 10%. Now for 1,000 crore proposal came. Will you be able to accept now?
Yes.
No.
Yes, because 10% is only your retention quota in this variable. So this variable quota share, your quota retention quota will vary based on the sum insured. If your sum insured, that proposal sum insured is like 1 crore to 500 crore, you are saying 20%. If it is 500 crore to 1,000, you are saying 10%. If it is 1,000 crores to 2,000, you will have to reduce it further so that the percentage is when you convert into amount, it shall be lesser than your retention capacity. Hello? Is this clear, sir? Variable quota share.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, great. So in an exam purpose of view, you can keep it that way. Fixed quota share is fixed irrespective of the sum insured. Percentage is fixed. Whereas variable quota varies sum insured base. Like up to 100 crore, I will retain 20%, give out 80%. Up to 100 crore to 200 crore, I will retain 5%. I'll give out 95%. So this definition will change. Right.
So one query.
Now, yes, please.
Regarding variable quota share, it is always necessary to decrease the percentage when sum insured is going to increase that, which is the risk I'm going to accept. Is that necessary, or it depends on the insurance capacity?
And that is what, sir. I already, insurance capacity, I have already told you 100 crore. Example, we know our capacity, right? You have to change that percentage in such a way that when you convert it into in amount, no, it shall not cross your retention. I told in this case, 100 crore is my retention capacity. Okay. So if I say I will accept 20%, even if the sum insured is 2000 crore, then 400 crore is the actual when I converting it to actual amount. So it is always, sir, yes, it is going to be reduced. Ideally, it has to be like that. Then only you will never go bankrupt or your accounts will be safe.
Okay.
That means we'll be writing a treaty actually as per this fixed shares in slabs format, in the slabs.
Yes.
From one slab, another slab.
1 crore to 50 crore, this much percentage I will retain, this much percentage I will give out. 200 crore to 500 crore, this is the percentage. Generally, it will be reduced. That is because that is logical.
Yeah, this treaty also is a kind of a fixed form only, but in a variable format, isn't it?
Exactly, ma'am. It is still fixed because it is fixed as long as the sum insured is falling in the defined format. It is fixed for a sum insured bands. Whereas the above thing is fixed for the irrespective of sum insured. So if I say 1 to 100 crore, 1 to 1000 crore, I will retain 20%. Even if I get a 500 crore, I have to retain only 20. Even if I get a 1 crore, I have to retain only 20 with me. That is how. So it is a fixed, the percentage. But the moment sum insured slab changed, like our medical premium, for 25 to 35 years, the premium is going to fixed. It is 26, 27, 28, doesn't matter. The moment the slab change, you go to 37 years, the premium will change. If you know the medical things. Similarly. So we'll go to the next. Hello? Yeah, okay. So now the quota share is clear. Now the second form is the surplus treaty. I will read out each and every point first, then we will slowly try to explain. In this surplus treaty, for each class of risk, the ceding insured depends on the portion of sum insured to be retained and portion of sum insured to be reinsured. See, here I am not talking about the fixed percentage. I am saying I will let's say 500 crore proposal. I will say 300 crore I will keep with me sum insured, 200 crore sum insured I will give out. Second thing, claims are shared in the same ratio of shared sum insured. As you see, we were talking about sharing of premium.
It's breaking, sir. Voice.
Fixed. For others also it's breaking?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir, it is breaking, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
1 second. Now, as of now, we are talking about sharing of premium in a fixed percentage, then sharing of claims according to the same percentage, right? Proportional only. Quota is one option. Another is surplus. In this surplus, now suddenly we are shifted to sum insured. So far, we are talking about in the premium terms, right? Hello? If you see surplus treaty, in this mechanism, for each class of risk, the ceding insurer decide on the sum insured to be retained and portion of sum insured to be reinsured. Claims are shared in the same ratio of shared sum insured. The previous thing, it is percentages. Here, it is fixed sum insured. Now, the retention portion of the ceding insurer is known as one line. In surplus treaty, the reinsurance is based on the number of lines ceded to a particular reinsurer. Additional lines of surplus treaties may be arranged based on risk with the same reinsurer, different reinsurer. Are these points clear? Hello? Because these are the 5 or 4 lines that I have taken from my question paper.
Sir, please explain, sir. Please explain again.
Yes,
sir.
ma'am.
Your voice was not
ma'am.
very clear, sir. Actually, it was breaking.
Voice is
Just a
clear,
minute,
sir.
sir.
Say it's clear.
Clear only.
Yes, sir.
Now, in this mechanism, for each class of risk, when I say class of risk, it can be fire, engineering. The ceding insurer decides on the portion of sum insured to be retained. In the quota share, in the quota share, what will happen? If the percentage goes wrong, then, I will end up beyond my retention capacity. Here I am talking about sum insured only directly. I will say, in any fire proposal that I receive, I will keep 200 crores sum insured with me. Anything above 200 crore, I will arrange for a reinsurance. Is that clear? First point.
Yes.
Can someone inform me? So first point is clear. Earlier we were talking about the percentages in quota share, fixed quota, fixed percentage. Here, that what will happen in the fixed quota kind of thing, we are end up in getting a wrong, accepting wrong sum insured or bigger sum insured than our retention. To address that, in the surplus, what I do, I know my retention capacity as 100, as I initially told you. Now what I will do, I will tell the reinsurer, every proposal that I get, I will keep 100 crores with me. The remaining I will transfer to you. If I get a 200 crores, I will give out 100 crores to you. If I get a 900 crores, I will give out 800 crores to you. So fixed portion of sum insured I am keeping with me. Is that clear? Now, claims are shared same ratio of shared sum insured. It is always like that. Whatever the premium mechanism I shared, the claims also will be like that. Now, the retention portion of the ceding insurer is known as line. In this case, my retention capacity is 100 crore sum insured. So 100 crore. So my line is 100 crore. Suppose if I receive a 200 crore proposal, I will keep 100 crore with me. It means one line. One line is 100 crore here. I will give out remaining 100 crore to reinsurer. It means one more line. Right.
So, second point explains, sir. Claims are shared same ratio.
Same ratio of shared sum insured. Right. Okay.
Is it
suppose
percentage of sum insured, sir?
I'll explain, ma'am. Suppose we have received a 300 crore sum insured. Okay. What is our retention capacity? What is our line?
100.
100 crore. 100 crore. How many lines I am going to give out? My sum insured is 300 crore. The risk in the market.
2 lines.
2 lines I am going to give out. So now there is a claim of 300 crores. Okay. I have to share 1:2. Now one line I kept with me, 2 lines I kept given out. Okay. When there is a claim, 1% I have to do, two parts I have to get from the reinsurer. The claims are shared in the same ratio of shared sum insured. Sum insured I kept is 100 crore with me. Sum insured I given out is 200 crores. Right. So it is 1 line and 2 lines. 1:2 ratio.
Clear, ma'am?
If it is 400 crores sum insured, sir, can you please explain?
400 crores, 1:3. One line I'll keep with me because 100 crore is my sum insured. My sum insured or sum insured is next. Okay. So 300 crores I'm going to give out. It means 3 lines I'm going to throw away. If there is a claim of 400 crores, 1 line I will honor. Remaining 3 lines I will have to give out. I will have to get from the reinsurers. Okay. Now the retention portion of the, ma'am, just a minute, 1 minute, I'll come back. So now this second point is clear. Hello, ma'am, the second point is clear.
Ma'am, sir, if the claim is less than 100, it will be within the with the insurer only, right?
No, ma'am, it is in the, no, it is not like that. That's why they are talking about the ratio. No, that is excess of loss. That is excess of loss. Okay, that's a different thing. This is only surplus treaty. In this case, what will happen? Ratio I'm talking. That's why claims are shared in the ratio. 1:3 lines I will see, ma'am. In the 400 crores case, suppose 1 line I kept with me, 3 lines I given out. So I have to share the claims in the form of 1:3, irrespective of the claim amount. If I get, let's say, 30 lakh claim.
Yeah, one small example, if sum insured is 400 crores, claim is only 50 crores, then how it will be shared?
Let us say, for a simple understanding, keep it as 30 crore. Okay. Claim is for 30 crore. Now what will happen? Sum insured is 400 crore. Having said, my retention is 100 crore. So 1 line I'm keeping and 3 lines I have to give out, 300 crores. So 1:3 is the ratio to honor the claims. Now 30 crore is the claim. It means 10 crore I have to settle. Sorry, 1:3, right?
Yeah, yeah, sir.
40 crore. You take it as a 40 crore for simple example. So, yeah. So one I have to settle. Remaining 30 crore, the other companies will settle, reinsurers.
Oh, got
it. Right.
So it's percentage of sum insured only. Correct. Thank you.
Yes, exactly. First we have to ratio. That's what same ratio we are talking. Okay.
Sir,
so now
any sum insured, sir?
Yes, sir. Please
Any
tell me.
sum insured less than 100 crore. So there will not be any surplus treaty available. Sir?
Exactly, sir. See, that fixed in this particular surplus treaty, you don't have to do it because you're well within the retention capacity. Otherwise, it is a fixed quota. For that, in that, what will happen, irrespective of your sum insured, fixed every proposal that you get, you have to give out. But here, you have an option to keep with you up to a particular sum insured. Okay, right, sir. So now the third point, the retention portion of the ceding insurer is known as a line that we have already discussed. The reinsurance based on the number of lines we have given out. Additional lines of surplus treaty may be arranged based on risk with the same insurer or different insurer. In the same example of 400 crore, 1 line I am keeping with me, 3 lines I can give to one reinsurer alone, or I can also give with 3 different reinsurers, one line each. It is up to me and up to the agreement. Okay, these points, I hope it is clear. Now, some more points on the surplus treaty. In the surplus treaty mechanism, the ceding insurer can reinsure the surplus risk in 2 ways. One is sum insured basis, and the second is probable PML basis. Okay. Now we have already understood the sum insured basis, right? Now, what is the drawback of the sum insured basis?
We will be share more premium.
Yeah, they will have to give, we will have to sell out more premium to the reinsurer. Suppose 400 crore proposal, I went to the market, did the research, convinced the client, get the proposal. After receiving it, for this 400 crore, let's say 4 lakh is the premium. 1 lakh only I can keep with me, remaining 3 lakh I'll have to, it is not in the premium ratio, but for example, I'm saying most of the premium I'll have to give out to them. Instead of that, and suppose in a particular proposal, I know that because I know the probable maximum loss. What is this probable maximum loss? Can somebody explain? PML.
The loss can be maximum, sir. Expected loss can be maximum, that particular amount, sir.
Event. Yeah. This PML generally, it's a very complicated thing, will be done by our actuaries at HO or policy making level. What they do is they will assess that how much can be the maximum loss, worst case. They will analyze for each and every LOB, each and every class of business. Now I know that in a particular this 400 crore business, or let's say 500 crore business, I know that maximum loss can be 2 crore only. Okay. But if I go by sum insured basis, I will have to leave only 1 crore with me, remaining 4 crores I have to give out. But when I am damn sure, or to a maximum extent, my calculations are saying that claim cannot be more than 2 crores. Though the sum insured is 5 crores, worst case at a time, it can be 2 crores only. Then I will go for the PML basis, probable maximum loss basis. In this case, what I will do as an insurer, I will, assess the maximum loss of, let's say 200 crores. My actuaries or policy making people at HO decided that maximum 200 crore can happen the loss. Then what I do, up to 100 crore, I can settle. As I already told, our retention capacity is 100 crore. So up to 100 crore loss, I am anyway able to take it. I need coverage for how many crore now under PML basis?
100 crores.
Another 100.
Only 100 crores. Though my sum insured is 500 crore. In the previous mechanism, sum insured basis mechanism, I have to take reinsurance for 400 crores. Right. But in this case, what is happening? I am taking only for 100 crore because I have estimated that claim can be only 200 crore. In this case, I can keep more premium with me. I can retain more premium with me. Up to this is clear?
Yes, sir.
Great. Now, what is the drawback with this mechanism, PML basis?
There is a chance of failure of PML, sir.
Exactly. My calculation as an insurer can very well go wrong. Our destiny can hit us very badly. Fate can hit us very badly. Anything can happen. There is a claim beyond 2 crore. Okay. Then that will be falling on my head, and that is on and above my retention capacity. Okay. So this PML basis things are very risky. But if you've done well as an insurance company, you are going to save a lot of premium for you. So is it clear, sir?
Yes, sir.
Great. Then we will go to the next. I think I'm eating out your time. I mean, running beyond the time. If it is okay, I'll take some more time. Okay.
Sir, you can take.
So now,
sir.
Yes, sir, you can go ahead. Take as much time as you.
So you can go ahead,
yes.
sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much. So now we are done with the treaty insurance as well. What all? See, we will come back to the mechanism. Proportional treaty we have completed, right? Though the excess of loss treaty is still open. I mean, we have to discuss. Proportional treaty insurance we have done. Quota share we have completed. Surplus also we have completed. In quota share there are 2 types: fixed quota share, variable quota share. In surplus also 2 types: sum insured base and PML basis. So proportional, with this it is completed, right? Now we'll have to see non-proportional treaty or excess of loss treaty is what we have to do. Before that, just for a diversion, okay, facultative obligatory treaty. Now I am talking here 2 things. When I say facultative, in the beginning we said that it is not obligatory. But I'm saying in between there is a word obligatory. Treaty is obligatory. So facultative obligatory treaty means facultative by nature is not obligatory, but treaty by nature is obligatory. So it's a combination of both facultative obligatory. Ma'am?
Yeah, proportional it is then again, obligatories.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. So it is a combination of facultative as well as treaty. It means some features of facultative are there, some features of treaty are there. We will see what are the features of a facultative obligatory treaty. The question will be same. I have taken out a question only from the exam. I don't want to waste your 1 minute also. So see the concept. So it says, the question says, following are the features of a facultative obligatory treaty. A, B, C, D, E, they are giving. So unless we know the correct features, we will go wrong. It is a combination of facultative and treaty reinsurance. That is why facultative, treaty, both the names are coming in the name itself. So we can understand it's a combination of both. Second, in this mechanism, it is binding on the reinsurer, but not binding on the insurer. It means for a reinsurance company, it is a treaty, whereas for a for an insurance company, it is a facultative. The point number 2 is clear. It means it is binding on the reinsurance company. If in India have a facultative obligatory treaty for a fire LOB with the Munich, let us say, then what does it say is that if New India wants to have the cover, the reinsurer cannot say no. But reinsurance cannot ask us, you give me each and everything. So it is not binding on the insurance company, whereas it is binding on the reinsurance company. So it means when I say not binding, it is facultative for the insurance company. When I say it is binding on the reinsurance company, it is a treaty for the reinsurance. So facultative obligatory treaty means this. First 2 points are clear?
Yes, sir.
Very clear, sir. Thank you.
Great. This type of reinsurance is generally used in a market with a lot of reinsurance players and less of ceding insurers. So you can see, when I say it is only binding on the reinsurance companies and not binding on the insurance companies means insurance companies are on an edge. They are on a positive side or they are on a negotiative side. It means there is a lot of reinsurers in the market, but giving away people, there are nobody giving out the premium. In such cases, what reinsurers companies will do, you give me whatever you want or whenever you want. It is not mandatory on you. But if you give me, I will accept without saying anything. So this is the kind of scenario where this facultative obligatory treaty will work. This kind of treaties are very rare as it carries high risk. Why high risk? Because as a company, since it is obligatory on the reinsurance company, me as an India, what I will do, if it is a very risky proposal, I will take it to them and I say, mandatorily you cover it. I will give out maximum premium to them, so the risk is there. If it is a good proposal, I will not give it out to them. So for an insurance company, it is really good. It's a good option. But for a reinsurance company or for a reinsurer, it's a very bad, very high risk and low premiums. Why low premium? There is a lot of reinsurer and there is a very less demand. Clear, sir, these facultative features, all these 4 features as it is, you will get in the exam. It shall be clear to you. If you want anything to be explained, let me know.
Yes, sir.
Great.
Very clear.
Clear, sir. You can proceed.
Sir, in case of PML, how will you give the reinsurance surplus basis?
That is what, sir. Suppose my PML, my retention capacity, let us say 100 crore, as I already told you, okay, for a particular LOB. And my actuary estimated that the PML can be 2 crore or 200 crores. Okay, sorry. PML can be 200 crores. Now that extra 100 crore, because up to 100 crore, I can settle the claim from my own books of accounts. The extra 100 is surplus for me. That extra 100 I have to insure with reinsurance company. Clear, sir?
Okay, take it.
Great, sir. Thank you. So now we will go to facultative obligatory is also clear. Now we will go to the next. Now, some of the points about the treaty. Okay, we still have the non-proportional treaty in our head. We have to explain it. But before that, I'm just diverting so that you can refresh. It's all re-point, same thing. That it is some important points of the treaty. Questions, it is coming like this only. It clearly defines the scope of coverage in the agreement. In the beginning of the treaty itself, both the parties will define everything and sign. What it is cover, what it does not cover, and what are the exclusions, what are the limits. It also clearly defines the class of business to be insured, geographical limitations, and exclusions. All the treaties are decided on the basis of risk attached or loss occurring. I told you these two words already. I have explained. This risk attached is for all proportional basis. Loss occurring are for non-proportional basis. The premium ceded shall be the agreed percentage of the original premium accepted by the insurer. This point also in the beginning I told you, original premium. They are not telling you to deduct, your expenses and administration cost. No, you are not supposed to do that. The premium ceded in facultative, that can be possible, maybe if they agree. But here the premium ceded shall be the agreed percentage of the original premium accepted by the insurer. Okay, that is the wording. Reinsurer pays the commission to the insurer on the ceded premium as per the percentage agreed in the treaty, and it is fixed till the expiry of such treaty. These are the certain important points of the treaty you have to remember, and in exam, these kind of questions are being asked. So now this, just for examination sake, this bird row, this thing, it's a, it's a slip or it's a report, summary report that the insurer will be sending to its reinsurer with the claims data or underwriting data, all the proposals that they get, generally on a monthly or quarterly basis. Generally one more, this question may come, just remember, you might be knowing it already. No concept involved in this. So now what all we done is, now under treaty, we have concluded the proportional treaty part. Under proportional, there are two types, quota share and surplus. Under quota, again, fixed quota and variable quota. Under surplus, sum insured basis and PML basis. All these concepts I have explained now, or rather we understood as of now. So now what is left out in the treaty? There are two types I told, surplus and excess of loss. Now excess of loss is left out. In this excess of loss, again, there are multiple things. So far what we have explained only, very important. Most of the questions are coming only as of now, whatever I have explained. These things, we will slightly, rush through. Okay. Considering the time, I have an appointment with a client. We'll try to finish and go. Okay. Where proportional treaty reinsurance does not work, you can look for a non-proportional. When I say why it does not work, it might be costly for me. It might be risky for me as an insurer. Then what I will do, I will look for a non-proportional. When I feel that a lot of good premium chunks I have been giving under proportional treaty to the reinsurance companies, why shall I keep? I am greedy enough. I have sufficient expertise with me. Now I can move on to this non-proportional or excess of loss treaty, where I don't have to spend a lot of premium. I don't have to give out a lot of premium. Slightly comparatively, it is cheaper in the market for us. That's the reason. Now we will see what are these methods. So this excess of loss reinsurance, there are certain points. I will just read out. Excess of loss reinsurance is a mechanism in which the reinsurers are responsible for losses above certain indemnity limits. Here the amount borne or retained by the ceding insurer is excess, and in any loss above this excess is settled under this reinsurance mechanism. Very simple. In this excess of loss, the name itself says, if a loss is crossing a particular excess or particular limit, then that thing can be taken care by the reinsurance. Up to that, I will have to manage on my own. When I say up to 110, I will manage on my own. If my loss is going beyond 110%, you come to me in my support. If I tell an reinsurer like this, reinsurer will think that it is very safe thing for them, because up to 110 they are ready to pay on their own. Crossing 110 is very rare. So, and they may act this proposal for a very less ceding premium. If on proportional, if it is costing us to 20%, on excess of loss, it may cost us only 2%. It makes such a big difference. And again, it varies. Okay, I'm not saying fixedly. So the first point is clear.
Yes, sir.
We will go to the next.
Yes. Sir, here in this case where that means like what we said in PML basis. In PML, we said that is our loss bearing capacity is up to 2 crores, and we are giving in up to beyond 1 crore. We are just passing on PML basis.
Yes, ma'am.
But beyond which, if it is catastrophic or something, our
No, in the
assumptions and
PML, what will happen, ma'am? Beyond 2 crore.
Yeah.
But assumption based or not assumption, ma'am, it's a calculation based. Assumptions can go wrong. Calculation can go wrong once in a while. Assumptions can go wrong very frequently. Okay.
Yeah.
So we can't say it is assumption. It is calculated risk. Okay.
Yeah, it's a
Here
calculated
it is
risk.
not
So
like
in
that.
such
There, the moment in such cases, excess of loss will be better than
so
PML
what I
basis.
wanted to ask you is that, sir, actually beyond our whatever is the calculation that we had made, if we had gone wrong and
retention
if it is
capacity.
exceeding beyond, then we can go in for this
Yes,
excess
ma'am.
of loss, this non-proportional treaty,
Exactly.
this cover. Yes.
Exactly, ma'am. Technically, in practice, what companies will be doing is, first they will go with the PML basis surplus treaty. Okay. In that, what they will do, 100 crores we will keep with ourselves. Remaining 100 crores, they will, for a mere premium of 5%, 6%, they will place with the PML basis surplus treaty. Then they will come for excess of loss reinsurance and they will say, if any claim beyond 200 crores, okay, this excess of loss they will arrange so that in all everything is covered. In each and every LOB, there will be multiple reinsurance mechanisms. Each I am explaining separately, but all the companies in practice, they will utilize these things in an order or in a combination. Okay. In that PML thing only, what if our calculation goes wrong and claim is more than 200 crore? Then what we generally do is we buy an excess of loss for that. Beyond 200 crores loss, we will buy a separate reinsurance mechanism up to that sum insured. That is much cheaper because that's a second layer, not first layer reinsurance. Okay. This is how. So when you understand all the mechanisms of reinsurance, then you can play with these combinations and work out for a cheaper premiums. That's the logic. Now the second point, in this mechanism, the ceding insurer does not share the premium or sum insured in any fixed proportion for claims because it is not premium based or it is not sum insured based. It is loss occurring basis. I already told, if the claim amount loss is crossing this particular percentage or particular amount, then only this will come into. So,
Sorry, your voice is not.
It is non-proportional because you are not sharing the premium in any proportion, neither sharing the sum insured in any proportion like the quota share or surplus. Here we are saying that only if claim exceeds a certain value or certain percentage, then only reinsurance has to come into support. So there is no proportionate concept. This then second thing, there are different types of excess of loss mechanism in place based on the class and size of the business. Okay. So all these points are clear?
Sir, one doubt.
We'll go to
here.
Hello, please.
Sir, one query.
Sir,
you
yes,
said,
please. Yes.
You said here the percentage or the amount which occurs on the last basis. Whose option it is, whether ceding companies or reinsurance option, the percentage or the amount what they are going to decide?
Sir, basically, sir, it is because it's a treaty. It is both the people have to agree and then only treaty will be sent because these are all under treaty we are talking. Okay. Whatever you as an insurer, whatever I want, I propose. If the reinsurance company agree it will become a treaty. Both the parties has to agree. Okay. Because obligatory and both. And if they do not agree, I'll go to other reinsurer. I want to stick to my own terms. Okay. And generally, it will be chosen by insurance company because I have to mitigate my books. My risk I have to manage. Okay. It's the insurance company who is trying to manage their risk. So I will only design the structure, whether to go with the percentage or whether to go with the surplus, whatever. I will only decide. If a particular reinsurance company accepts it, fine. Otherwise, I will go for another reinsurance company. But I want to own this mechanism. So predominantly decided insurance company only because they know how to plan their own thing. They have to schedule.
Okay,
Clear, sir?
like how brokers play
Whether
with us.
percent
It is almost same.
exactly, sir. Yes. If they will see if you don't give a good rate, they'll go to national. Otherwise,
Yes,
they'll
sir.
go to Bajaj. I say.
Yes. Okay, thank you.
So then again, sir, and now, yeah, we having understood that we only decide, but on what basis we will decide? Again, whether we shall go with a particular amount or particular percentage. I mean, a fixed amount of loss or a fixed percentage of ICR, how to go? That is also different mechanisms are there that we will discuss in the next slide.
Okay.
So there is something called working risk excess of loss. Okay, we call it Excel. In the examination, sir, all these points as it is will give. Following are the features of working risk excess of loss. So these points you have to understand and remember. Okay. So I will explain you this thing. Under excess of loss, I told you there are different types of excess of loss mechanisms in place based on class and size of the business. So this is one of such thing. In this working risk excess of loss or Excel, risk excess of loss insurance is used when the primary insurer wants to limit his loss per risk or per policy. Technically, not for entire portfolio or the entire risk. It can be either for a per policy limit or it can be for a per risk. Means risk or policy one and same. So each risk we will limit. This limit excess of loss will be limited to each policy. You will understand better when you go down. Don't worry. This mechanism will protect the ceding insurer from multiple claims arising out of a single event. As an insurance company is that I don't want to give a fixed percentage of premium in a, let us say I have a personal accident policy, okay, of a software company where 1 lakh people are working in a single building. Understand? I mean, it's a hypothetical, but take it as that. Then what will happen? I know it is very safe for me. It's a software company. But then hence I don't want to share full premium or proportionate premium with them. What I will do, I will go with the working risk excess of loss. Okay. And I don't want to combine this safe policy with all other policies. So in such cases, I will go with this agreement and I will say in this particular policy, if the risk crosses beyond this limit, you have to come in my support. Then what will happen? Suppose a number of third-party liability cases reported or building collapsed, the software building, 1,000 people out of 1 lakh, 50,000 people died. So in a single policy, at a time, a lot of claims are coming. In such cases, we have to get protected for ourselves. For that thing, we take this mechanism. Examples are like a good number of third-party liability cases reported pertains to a single accident on a single policy, a bus accident or a train accident. A good number of personal accident claims reported due to a single event, such as building collapse, landslide. So then what will happen? Single policy, but a lot of claims as good as catastrophic, but not catastrophic. For catastrophic, we have a separate, excess of loss treaty because catastrophic is generally cannot be covered in any other things. Whether this working risk excess of loss is clear, even if you don't understand in depth, that is okay. Just when you give, if you get in the exam, you shall be able to answer it. My purpose is over for that. It is clear, sir?
Clear, sir.
Working risk excess of loss. Great. We will go to the next. Stop loss or excess of loss ratio. Okay. Stop loss. The name itself is very simple. When loss is going beyond a point, it has to be stopped on my books, and it means it has to be taken by somebody else. It is as simple as that. In this form of reinsurance, the reinsurer come into picture if the combined losses of the ceding insurer over the year crosses a specified limit or specified ratio. Suppose I, as a insurance company, I have my own calculation that my 5 LOP, my last 10 years, claims average over the ICR is, let's say, 80%. So now we know that as a complete LOP, I do my proposal as a complete LOP, I can accept my losses will be up to 80 and up to 80. Hello? Hello?
Disturbance.
Oh, the tick sound.
Now, okay, sir, I can proceed, sir. Proceed, sir.
Yeah. Yes. So In this form, what will happen is, suppose I, as an insurance company, I know that my fire LOB has been profitable for me throughout the year. I mean, throughout the history, last 10 years, 15 years. So I don't want to go with the proportionate reinsurance and all those things. But at the same time, I don't want to take risk. What if my calculations goes wrong? What if history do not stand by it? This year, my fire LOB, what if it goes wrong? Then I will I will design this policy, stop loss. I know it is going to be safe for me, but I will put a stop loss. In this case, what I will say is, I will go to a reinsurance company. I'll say, boss, I need a reinsurance mechanism for my fire LOB, but it shall be in such a manner that up to 80% I will manage. If it comes above 80, I have to come my support. Then no problem, your has been always less than 80, so it is a safe risk for me as a reinsurer. I will accept it a very lesser premium. So this is what the actual concept of stop loss. So now what will happen if our calculations goes wrong and stop loss exceeds that? I mean, claim exceeds our stop loss limit, the insurance company will pay us so that our books are safe. Whether the stop loss is clear. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Great. So all these points I will just read out. First point I read, the reinsurers will take cover about the specified ratio and the agreed limit or ratio. In this case, I told you 80% is my historical ratio. So I will say anything above 80 you have to take. Then the reinsurance company also will say us, boss, you are giving me just a 5% premium and asking me to cover anything above 80, but you also define me an upper limit. Then will say anything above 80, 100 or 110. Okay. Then anything above again on me. I have to for another of friends.
Sir, your voice is not audible at all.
Completely not audible.
Total.
Hello?
Breaking, sir.
It is on and off, sir, actually. Sometimes
Sir, some network issues is there.
Network issue only, that's the problem. I'm actually not with the earphone or voice. Whether it is clear now, at least, I mean, to some extent.
Yeah, now it's clear.
Yes, sir, it is clear.
Okay. So in this case, sir, now I will re-explain it. I say my fire historical I say 80%. I will go to reinsurer and say, if my fire department LOB full year, not particular proposal, if it crosses 80, you please come in my support. I will give you a 5% premium. Then the reinsurer will agree. But he also asked, boss, that is okay. Above 80, I will come in your support. But up to what limit? I cannot go infinite. They will put a limit like 80 to 120, 130. They will say. Again, above 130, we will have to cover with a different, we can cover with a different reinsurer. Then what is the limit? Up to what amount we have to cover? It can be infinite, or we can define based on our company experience. Okay. So the second point is that the reinsurer will take losses over and above the specified ratio and up to the agreed limiter ratio only. Here 80 to 110 or 80 to 120 only. This mechanism protects the ceding insurer from unbearable net loss ratio. This type of reinsurance is generally considered for entire class of business or entire portfolio of ceding insurer, not one particular, particular proposal or anything. This method cannot be applied to protect from catastrophic losses or a particular risk. So for all of these things, whatever we discussed before, the catastrophic losses are exclusion. Even if you have all of these mechanisms in place, you still have to take a catastrophic loss coverage. Okay. So this is the stop loss. I will quickly try to finish in 5-10 minutes. I got an appointment at 10, but it's already late. Okay. Aggregate excess of loss reinsurance. So far, we were talking about in the percentages. If we cross 80%, if it's cross 130. But in this aggregate excess of loss, it is amount wise. It is simple. In a particular year, in a particular LOB, if my claims process this amount, the reinsurance has to come in my support. So aggregate excess of loss is amount, not in percentage, only that much. Otherwise, previous excess of loss and this are same. Stop loss is based on percentage. If above 80 or 90 or fixed defined percentage, reinsurance company will come in support. Aggregate loss is aggregate excess of loss based on not percentage. Then the catastrophe excess of this is like you might be already knowing it and very simple. Reinsurance mechanism available for the insurer to protect them from catastrophe losses such as EQ, flood, cyclone, etc. Limits are decided based on past claims experience and PML. Okay, probable maximum loss by any such catastrophic event. And will it cover the losses arising from the other than act of God perils? This catastrophe excess of loss?
No.
Hello?
We think
Will
it
it
is
cover
only
the
act
losses?
of God peril, sir, under
No,
catastrophe.
Okay, so human errors, but catastrophe. Catastrophe can be only because of act of God. It can be a human error also, no? EQ, flood, cyclone, I totally understand. It is act of God, though indirect. But whereas, human errors also can, can create, can create a catastrophe kind of losses. It can be, dangerous gas leakages. It can be, anything,
Like even
poisonous
COVID.
gas leakages.
Terrorism.
Exactly. Again, COVID is something different, sir.
So it can
Okay.
cover terrorism like human error, no,
But
sir?
again, it is a
The
catastrophe.
biological kind of
Terrorism,
thing.
RSMD also, sir, RSMD.
It has to be catastrophe, that's it. Exactly. That is why they are all standard actions in the policies and in the above thing, whatever we super, those things can be covered here. You have to define what are all those. And the general thing is we will not limit it to act of God perils alone. Anything that is we will try to bring it under this treaty only. Okay. Right, ma'am. So this is what excess of law. There is something called umbrella excess of loss. Now, already told you we have discussed, number of concerns. Okay.
Sir, your
I
voice is
already
breaking,
told
sir.
you as an insurance company. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Sir, can you confirm whether audible now?
Okay, sir.
Now it is
Now
okay,
it's clear,
sir.
sir.
Till now it was not clear. Now it is okay.
Okay. So now one thing we have discussed, different mechanisms of reinsurance. Okay. So as an insurance company, I have lot of mechanisms available with me. And I already told you, I will be using the combination of all these to myself and also to minimize my outgoing premium. Is that clear, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
Now
sir.
it is going
Sir.
clear, sir.
Whether it was audible, what I was saying? Yeah. So as
Yes,
an
sir. Yes, sir.
insurance
It is
company,
audible,
I
sir.
have multiple mechanisms, to protect myself and to minimize my outgoing premium. And as an insurance company, I will be using these combinations. Again, when I am trying to use these combinations and try to, safeguard my and 100% thing. But again, I am as a human or whoever doing this mechanism sitting at head office is a human being. Sit an area, okay, which is not covered under any mechanism. Okay, then it doesn't mean that we have to take it on the company accounts. For such missed out things, we have something called umbrella excess of loss. What it will do is that the reinsurance company will analyze all your reinsurance arrangements. Okay, then it will come to a conclusion that you have a almost 100%, I will not say, but almost safe mechanism or completely stitched mechanism. But still they will offer this to us in case if there is any gap that come out at the time of claim, or there is a gap which it is not covered any mechanism, then this umbrella excess of loss will come into our support. Whether umbrella excess of hello.
Clear, sir. Clear. Proceed, sir.
Yes, ma'am. I think we have most of the basic concepts I have cleared, ma'am. Okay. This is the basic structure of the reinsurance. Okay. And now the thing is that other things, maybe while you are going through the materials, there are certain definitions, you know,
Sir,
there are certain
your voice is breaking, sir.
Okay. Okay. Last 2 minutes, ma'am. Please bear with. Now that is clear.
Sir, one point,
Sir,
sir.
can you confirm whether it's clear?
Whole account excess of loss is also there. No? Whole account, I think.
Ma'am, your voice was breaking.
Hello?
Hello? Yes, ma'am.
Sir, your voice is clear, sir. Sorry.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So now with this, I tried to cover the important aspects of the core structure of the reinsurance. There are a lot of stuff possible to cover in 2 hours, 3 hours. So, but this is what the where you need some understanding. So I tried to put it in a simpler manner. Other things I request you to study from the material. You know, they are all definitions and other things where no concept is, you know, available. So in these points, whatever we have discussed now, if somebody got some doubt, please feel free to ask. In another 5 minutes, we end up the thing.
Sir, actually,
can you
sir,
share this PPT, sir? Sir, can you share this
PPT, I will be sharing with Mr. Soras.
Okay, sir.
And this thing, I just put it in the, you know, my layman wording. It may not be the correct wording, but so take it only in that manner. I'll be sharing it. Fine.
Oh, sir. Thank you, sir.
So if everything is
sir, one thing,
yes.
Sir,
Yes.
some practical problem, some few practical problems at least, showing all the layers of all the forms of reinsurance covers in one or two, three examples, sir, something like that for a practical approach problem, sir. If you could do it.
Sir, I just wanted
Solve some.
Maybe one more class, sir. One hour class, if you are able to take, sir.
Once again, that risk.
I mean,
risk
after some other day, you mean to ma'am?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. One more session, especially on especially on practical problems, which can cover all the layers.
Like the way I teach, if you really like the way I teach, I'm more happy to take one more
yes,
class.
Sir, very well explained,
Not
sir.
today, ma'am, because
at
if
higher
that is
level,
the case, then Suraj, sir.
Sir, please
Yes, sir.
cover
Higher level,
important
papers.
aspects of retrocession also in next class.
Exactly. Yeah, the retrocession is something. Yeah, there are many sliding commission, that commission structures and all, but they are very
Yes,
easy to understand. Only definitions.
Yes,
That's why I did not take in this thing because of the time. But Suraj sir, as some of them are asking, is it possible for you to assign one more session after some days?
We can schedule, sir. We can schedule.
Okay, if that is the case, sir, I will be more honored to get one more session. I'll come much more prepared and will try to do the questions there. So
yes, sir.
With this, I thank organizers and all the attendants. Though you're highly experienced, more experienced than me, you are really good at as an audience. Thank you very much.
Sir.
I thank the organizers.
Thank you, Suraj sir, also for accepting one more class.
Thank you.
I mean, I have a few words to say before you guys leave. First of all, I would like to wholeheartedly thank Mr. Devadas for coming and presenting his presentation on such a short notice. I just informed them 2 days back as I was going to office, and really appreciate, sir. Thank you so much for reserving your valuable time for
My pleasure,
all of
sir.
us.
My pleasure. I am honored.
At the same time, I would like to, I did not really expect that so many people would join. And throughout this session, we had almost 120, 125 participants. I
Seriously,
really
sir,
am,
seriously.
I seriously did
This
not
was a
expect
great,
this kind of participation. Definitely, I understand that some technical issues were there because almost all of us are, connecting from home, and some network connectivity issues were there. Uh, I do agree. We will try to improve on this, but I'm not sure how much technically feasible and possible it would be in such short notice. Having said that, this group was wonderful, and I'm looking forward for conducting more and more such sessions. So I would like to give you guys a brief plan as to how we have actually, how we are actually planning to take this forward. This particular group that we have created, I hope all of you all have received this link from that WhatsApp group only. If you see the group icon, I have actually mentioned the classes that are about to come. I have mentioned the date, time, and also the subject, and also the faculty who will be handling the session. So we are trying to rope in as many faculties as possible so that we can extend their knowledge and experience with you all for your examination. And at the same time, I have also shared one Google Drive link where we'll be updating all the documents, which would be question banks, which would be presentations, which would be other preparation documents, and some triple I books as well, soft copies of which we have updated in that Google Drive. Please note that we will not be sharing the Google Drive time and again, or we'll not be sharing any presentations or PDFs on the WhatsApp group, as we do not want the WhatsApp group to be swarmed with a lot of data. As such, we have just shared one Google Drive link. Once I have put as a message, and I have also put the same Drive link as a group description. In the group description, you will find the same Google Drive link, which you can make use of. Whatever updates are there, it will go in there. The link will not change. You might have to download an app called Google Drive from the Play Store for accessing the same. And at the same time, I would also like to, wholeheartedly thank our ROIC of Autofire Paru, Mr. Suresh Babu sir, for taking this initiative. Uh, Thank you so much, sir. I did not really expect that so many people would join, and so many people would actually sincerely participate. I request our dear Suresh Babu sir to say a few words on his expectations from this program. Anyway, is there any other questions or suggestions that you guys have so that we can best utilize this platform and program?
Devadas, if they are having any specific requirement, let the participants tell us. Then we will plan accordingly.
Suresh sir now is line, sir. Yeah. Yeah, sir. Actually, Suresh sir is back. You can ask him to have it.
Suresh sir, I was just telling the group that you'd be saying your expectations and a few words of motivation so that they can excel in this examination.
So very simple. What's their requirement? We are ready to take classes based on that requirement. Let them tell their requirement so that we can plan accordingly. Also, this being a competitive exam where just mere passing doesn't ensure anything. But they will have to try to score more, and everybody maybe scale 1 to 2, the difficulty level of questions will be less, and from 4 to 5, scale 4 to 5, the difficulty level will be more. So maybe the same syllabus, everything, materials, everything may be the same, but preparations they will have to do accordingly, because difficulty level mainly means the questions will be set so that it may not be a direct question, or not just an indirect question. Maybe something may be simple question, something may be double negative also. So based on the questions, this part exam, during exam, they will have to read it and understand clearly the question, then only answer. Otherwise, negative marking also is there. So be careful on that. This is just an introduction to this topic, and not a comprehensive training session on the topic. So our intention is to take you on board for the exam preparations. That's the only thing. If once you are on the track, we know that all are capable of achieving high scores. So we wish all a great success in these exams. That's all from our side. Let the participants tell their requirements now.
Thank you, Suresh Prabhu sir, for your valuable opinions and suggestions as to how they can excel in this examination. As one last point, I would like to add that this evening at 8:30 p.m. we are having a session on fire insurance by Srikala Madam, who is operating office in charge of Ottapalam operating office under Ernakulam regional office. So, like Suresh Babu sir said, if you have any other suggestions or feedback or anything that we can add value that you feel, please do let us know so that we can try and implement the same. All right. I think
So,
we
Suresh, sir,
yes,
with your permission, can I exit? I got an appointment with the client.
yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
Yes, sir. Please, sir. Thank you so much for
Thank
joining
you
us. Thank you so much.
all. Thank you very much. Thank you all. Thank you. Yes.
Thank you, Devadas sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Oh, okay. I
Sir, thank you,
assume
sir.
that no.
Requested, sir, one more session just on practical approach and practical problems, sir. One session, a small session, if it could be
Yes,
arranged,
ma'am.
sir.
Yes, yes, ma'am. And to add to your point, ma'am, we have already uploaded a few questions in the question bank folder. You'll be finding lot of practical questions on reinsurance. I request you to
Yes, sir.
kindly go through the same as well.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Right, sir. Thank you.
Have you
All right.
shared the Google Drive link, sir?
Yes, ma'am. I have put
Sir,
it in the
you
WhatsApp
mean to
group. It
say
is
in
also
that
available
Google
in.
Drive we have got a
Okay.
question bank?
Thank you.
Yes, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Right.
In the
Thank you, sir.
Google Drive we have got, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, thank you.
All right. All right. I hope
Okay,
no
thanks.
other additions are there. Thank you for joining us. We'll meet in the evening. Thank you.